The Sabi Sand Reserve is a place where danger lurks for young lions in every corner. So how can these weak cubs survive the ambitions of invading male lions? The story begins with a group of filmmakers who decided to shoot a documentary. The film focused on the hardship of cubs' lives and the dangers they faced during their first year. Filming continued for more than 10 years. The world did not know that this film would eventually introduce the most violent and fiercest lion coalition in history. Welcome, followers of Jawabak. In this episode, we talk about the Mapogo Lion Coalition. Before we begin our story, we must know the protagonists. Makulu, the leader, was the massive lion and the oldest among the coalition. Mr. T was the most violent and ferocious. Kinky Tail, Pretty Boy, Dreadlocks, and Rasta were also part of the group. These lions managed to control a kingdom covering nearly 200,000 square kilometers and killed more than 100 lions. The story starts with young cubs trying to survive the most dangerous phase of their lives, their first year. Another lion joined them, Makulu. Makulu was large and powerful and was 2 years older than the cubs, which made him their leader. As the cubs grew up, they were driven out by the dominant male of the pride. Now they had to rely on themselves or die of hunger. The young lions gathered together and formed a group, but their problem was a lack of hunting experience. They had no lionesses and had not yet taken control of any pride. The young lions were close to death from starvation, but Mr. T began to take the lead in hunting operations. Despite their inexperience, they survived by stealing the kills of other lions and feeding on animal carcasses. Over time, the bond and alliance of the Mapogo lions grew much stronger, and their hunting skills developed. Mr. T would initiate the hunts along with all the other lions, and their hunting ability began to approach that of lionesses. Time passed, and they needed to take over a pride with lionesses so that their rule in the wild could begin. The Mapogo pride would invade territories occupied by other lions, kill all the males and cubs, and take control of the females. Year after year, their alliance became extremely strong. They would gather together for every attack on another pride and slaughter it in a terrifying way. Over time, other lions began to avoid them and abandon the areas where they lived. The Mapogo pride came to control an area of nearly 200 kilometers, and their rule lasted for a full 6 years. The beginning of the end. The terrifying Mapogo pride began to collapse after the brothers fought over leadership. A fierce battle broke out between Mr. T and the leader Makulu. Mr. T wanted to take leadership from his older brother, and as a result, the lions split into 2 groups. The first group consisted of 4 brothers: Dreadlocks, Rasta, Pretty Boy, and their leader Makulu. The second group included Mr. T and his brother Kinky Tail. Kinky Tail went with Mr. T to the Northern Territories and took control of them to stay away from their brothers who dominated the southern lands. The situation remained stable until the Majalain lions decided to seize power from the Mapogo lions. The Majalain were 5 powerful lions who managed to take control of the wilderness with extreme brutality after the collapse of the Mapogo. The battle between the 2 coalitions began when one of the Majalain lions entered the territory ruled by Mr. T and his brother Kinky Tail. This journey became the last of that lion's life, as Mr. T and Kinky Tail attacked and killed him in front of everyone. But the matter did not end there. The Majalain waited for Kinky Tail when he was walking alone away from his brother Mr. T and attacked him viciously. They broke his spine and killed him. Mr. T realized that this was the end for him if he stayed in that area. He decided to leave, abandoning the kingdom to the Majalain lions. Mr. T returned to his brothers in the Northern Territories once again. Fortunately for him, the leader Makulu agreed to let him join, and there was no fight between him and his brothers. Strangely, Mr. T did not abandon his ambition for power. Despite rejoining the pride he had left, he killed all the young cubs, as if to say to everyone, "One day, I will be the leader." Time passed, and the lions Rasta and Dreadlocks died. Some say they were killed by hunters, while others claim they were killed by another pride that attacked them and caused injuries that led to their deaths. At this point, the Mapogo coalition was reduced to only 3 lions: Pretty Boy, Makulu, and Mr. T. Then, an extremely violent pride confronted them and decided to eliminate Mr. T. Mr. T realized there was no escape this time, and entered into a fierce fight that lasted a long time. Despite his strength and his success in injuring many lions, his powers eventually failed him. He collapsed completely and was killed.
With their striped bodies, massive sizes, and terrifying sharp fangs from which no creature can escape, tigers are considered the largest and most famous wild animals that fascinate the entire world. They represent a symbol of power and beauty, with no rival except lions, the kings of the jungle. So we will take your hearts on an exciting journey across different parts of the world to discover together the most important and strongest 9 main types of tigers. But are you ready? Let's begin then. 9th, Bali tiger. It is a type of tiger that lived on the island of Bali in Indonesia, and it has completely gone extinct at this time. The Bali tiger was characterized by a strong body and orange fur with 2 horizontal black stripes across its body. Its weight usually ranged between 75 and 100 kilograms, and its length from nose to tail reached about 2.2 meters. As for its habitat, this tiger existed exclusively on the island of Bali in Indonesia, and it is one of the few tiger types that lived on a single island. Because it lived a solitary life with intense activity at night, it fed on a variety of prey, including deer, goats, and small animals. Unfortunately, the Bali tiger became extinct, as the last recorded sighting was documented in 1937. The main reason for its extinction was the practices of the island's inhabitants in deforestation, which was the natural habitat of Bali tigers, in addition to heavy human hunting, which played the biggest role in its extinction. 8th, Javan tiger. It is a type of tiger that inhabited the island of Java in Indonesia. However, this species has also been declared extinct for several decades, and no Javan tiger currently lives in the wild. The Javan tiger was distinguished by a strong muscular body and usually orange fur, with 2 horizontal black stripes on the body. Similar to the Bali tiger, the lower stripe was also broken, with dark circles on its lower part as well. The size of the Javan tiger ranged between 100 and 140 kilograms, with a length from nose to tail of about 2.1 to 2.5 meters. The last tiger was recorded in Meru Batiri National Park in Java in 1976, and it is likely that it disappeared from the rest of the island by 1940. It was believed that Javan tigers were widespread in Indonesia about half a century ago, but due to being hunted by Dutch colonizers, they went extinct, and some fled to mountainous areas and national parks. During the 1940s, small numbers of these tigers were seen in some mountainous regions of the island. 7th, Malayan tiger. It is known by several other names such as Malaya or Jackson, and it is a subspecies separate from Indo-Chinese tigers. It has been found in tropical rainforests in the southern tip of Thailand and the Malay Peninsula. The Malayan tiger is an endangered species listed on the Red List of the Wildlife Conservation Society. Malayan tigers possess many of the traits and characteristics of Indo-Chinese tigers, and their numbers continue to decline. The number of adult individuals capable of reproduction is currently around only 200 tigers. 6th, Sumatran tiger. The Sumatran tiger is smaller in size than the Bengal tiger, with fur that is more reddish than the latter. Although the Sumatran tiger is protected in many natural reserves on the island of Sumatra, it still remains a target for fur traders' rifles, and today, only about 400 tigers remain living in central and southern Sumatra. As its name suggests, Sumatran tigers are confined to the Indonesian island of Sumatra. The Indonesian central government has taken many measures and actions to prevent the extinction of this rare animal. The male weighs between 100 and 140 kilograms, with an average length ranging from 1.40 to 2.50 meters. Tigers usually need large territories for hunting, but in Sumatra, the area required for hunting is 10 times larger due to the scarcity of prey. This predator can be spotted near water sources, where it ambushes prey coming to drink. It also loves to bathe in water to cope with the high temperatures in the forests. The strength of the Sumatran tiger enables it to swim long distances, allowing it to chase and hunt prey in water. It also does not mind eating fish, frogs, and lizards. Fifth, South China tiger. It is a rare type of tiger that lives in very limited areas in southern China. It is similar in height to the Bengal tiger, but differs in skull and fur characteristics. Its incisors and molars are shorter than those of the Bengal tiger, and its skull is also smaller. Its length ranges between 2.3 and 2.6 meters, with a weight between 130 and 170 kilograms. In the past, more than 4,000 individuals existed in the wild, but by 1990 the number dropped to about 40. It was then placed under first-class national protection in China due to fear of extinction, after being listed as critically endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature since 1996. Currently, only about 200 of these tigers remain alive, and almost all of them live in zoos or care centers across China. Fourth, Indochinese tiger. Also known as the Corbett tiger, this subspecies exists in Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, and previously in China. It has been listed as endangered on the Red List of the International Union for Conservation of Nature. Indochinese tigers are slightly smaller and darker than Bengal tigers, with shorter and thinner stripes. The average length of males is 3 meters from head to tail, weighing about 180 kilograms, while females are smaller, reaching about 2.4 meters and weighing around 115 kilograms. These tigers live in remote forests, in hills and mountainous terrains, making it difficult for scientists to reach their habitat. As a result, relatively little is known about their status in the wild. A 1998 assessment estimated their population between 736 and 1,225 individuals. Third, Caspian tiger. This species went extinct in 1970 after spreading for many years across forest habitats and river corridors in western Turkey and southern Iran from the Caspian Sea, and westward across Central Asia to the Taklamakan Desert in Xinjiang, China. Its extinction was due to poaching and loss of food sources. The Caspian tiger was large in size, with a strong muscular body and powerful long legs, longer than those of other types. It had large, strong claws and small ears. Its color differed from other tigers, tending toward golden yellow with brown stripes, some dark and others light, and its body was covered with thick fur to protect it from cold. Its weight ranged between 169 and 240 kilograms, with a length of about 3 meters. The main reasons for its extinction were the disappearance of many of its natural habitats due to human settlement, in addition to heavy hunting, which led to its complete extinction. This type was also given several names based on its geographic distribution, such as the Persian tiger, Mazandaran tiger, Turan tiger, and Hyrcanian tiger. Second, Bengal tiger. The Bengal tiger is one of the most widespread tiger types found across vast regions of India, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan, with India being home to the largest population, estimated between 2,500 and 3,750 tigers. Most Bengal tigers have colors associated with their type, but some show recessive colors due to genetic mutations, giving them a creamy or white color instead of orange with blue eyes. These white tigers are rare in the wild, and this species is also considered endangered. In addition to its fame and diversity, it is a very dangerous predator with powerful jaws, strong legs, and claws capable of cutting off a prey's head. Its fur is orange with white areas around the ears. It is also known by multiple names, including the Royal Bengal tiger and the Indian tiger. The male reaches about 3 meters in length while females range between 2.4 and 2.6 meters, and the male can weigh up to around 260 kilograms. First, Siberian tiger. The Siberian tiger is considered one of the largest and fiercest tiger types, capable of growing more than 3.3 meters from head to tail and weighing up to 300 kilograms. First, Siberian tiger. The Siberian tiger is considered one of the largest and fiercest tiger types, capable of growing more than 3.3 meters from head to tail and weighing up to 300 kilograms. Females are smaller than males, reaching about 2.6 meters and weighing between 100 and 167 kilograms. The Siberian tiger has pale orange fur compared to other tigers, with brown stripes instead of black ones, while the chest, belly, and around the neck have white fur. There are two types of Siberian tigers. The first exists in the far east of Russia, numbering about 450 tigers spread across 60,000 square miles. The answer always comes to our minds when we are asked, who is the king of the jungle? Because of that fact we learned in childhood, we quickly respond by saying, it is the lion. But have you ever thought about why the lion is the king of the jungle and not another animal? And have you ever wondered about the strength of the tiger? And whether it could be the strongest and fiercest among jungle animals, as it possesses qualities that make it closest to dominating the territory? So let us explore the traits of these two savage predators and see who truly deserves the title of king of the jungle. From a physical perspective, the physical characteristics differ between the lion and the tiger. The tiger is longer than the lion and has more muscle mass. Generally, the tiger is heavier in weight, although the lion is taller and bulkier than the tiger. The tiger has stronger legs than the lion, and it is more active and agile. By nature, the tiger is more aggressive than the lion. While most male lions are known for their laziness, relying on females for hunting, the tiger prefers to live and hunt alone. The Siberian tiger can run at speeds exceeding 80 kilometers per hour, but it can only maintain this speed for a short period. The tiger's main strengths lie in its ability to make high jumps using its hind legs, its stealthy approach, excellent night vision, and its ability to stand on its hind legs and fight using its front legs along with its powerful forepaws. It possesses immense strength in its front paws and can break the skull of many animals with just a single strike of its claw. Tigers are generally longer than lions, nearly twice the length. The maximum length of a male lion is about 7 feet, head and body, while male tigers can reach approximately 13 feet. The largest tigers also weigh more than lions. Male tigers can reach up to 660 pounds, while male lions usually weigh less than 500 pounds. Female tigers typically weigh between 200 and 370 pounds, while female lions weigh between 265 and 395 pounds. From a social perspective, lions usually live and hunt in groups known as a pride. A pride typically contains only one dominant male and can include up to 30 lions. Young males may travel and hunt in small groups of 3 to 5 individuals before establishing their own pride. On the other hand, tigers are generally solitary. Young tigers establish their own territories as they approach adulthood. Female territories may overlap with their mothers for a while, but they do not hunt together. In terms of speed, both lions and tigers differ in speed. A lion can reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, but only for short distances. A tiger can reach speeds between 30 to 40 miles per hour. Overall, the tiger is considered more flexible and more active than the lion. In terms of reproduction, a female tiger gives birth to 2 to 4 cubs per season and cares for them until they reach about 2 years of age. A lioness gives birth to 1 to 2 cubs and takes care of them until they are about 10 to 12 months old. Which is more deadly to humans, the lion or the tiger? Both species are known for their intense aggression and danger, and both are capable of killing humans. Estimates suggest that lions kill around 250 people annually. Over the past 200 years, the average number of tiger attacks on humans has been about 1,800 per year. This makes tigers more deadly to humans than lions. So, lions versus tigers, who would win in a fight? As the two largest big cats, a common question is, if a fight occurs between lions and tigers, who would win? Today, the ranges of the two animals do not overlap. Tigers live across Asia, while a small number of lions remain on the continent and are confined to a single national park in India. However, with the recent appearance of tigers near this national park for the first time in 27 years, the possibility of encounters between lions and tigers in the wild may exist. Most conflicts between lions and tigers have occurred in captivity. One famous incident took place at Ankara Zoo in 2010, when a tiger entered a lion's enclosure. The fight did not last long. With a single strike, the tiger severed the lion's jugular. Another conflict occurred at the Bronx Zoo in New York in 1914. That battle lasted much longer, but ended similarly, with the tiger eventually breaking the lion's back. So, the short answer is that in fights between lions and tigers, tigers have generally had the upper hand and won. However, keep in mind that these fights occurred in captivity. In the wild, where tigers are solitary and lions operate within social structures, the outcome could be very different. A group of 6 male lions, known as the Mapogo Coalition, once united in South Africa and dominated approximately 170,000 acres, killing over 100 rivals before their decline. In a battle between tigers and a fierce group like the Mapogo Coalition, the lions would win. So, both are powerful animals, but when comparing lions and tigers in the wild, the advantage ultimately goes to the lions, regardless of how strong the tiger is. A tiger cannot win against 2 or more lions at the same time. That is why the tiger has not been considered the king of the jungle, because the lion possesses royal qualities that the tiger does not.